Hey everybody! Hello there, I'm Heather. I'm the founder of Eden Luxe Bridal and creatrix, also known as Wedding Fairy Godmother. And we're going to talk about tiaras today, and I'm also going to show you some of the exciting new drops that we have and new headpieces that I'm really excited to introduce. You can shop them on the show by hitting the buy button when we get to that part. And if anybody has any questions, drop them in chat. I'm going to be monitoring chat. And also, don't forget to follow us so that you can be notified when we go live, because we're going to be doing this every Thursday and introducing new pieces and going through different themes, because there is just so much to talk about when it comes to bridal accessories and tiaras and jewelry. There's no way to cover it in just 1 hour. So today, hello Henrietta, how are you? Oh, we actually have a Henrietta tiara. So why don't we kick it off with that? Because that is one of our first new drops that I'm super, super excited about. So this is introducing, drumroll please, the Henrietta tiara. And this one is made from simulated diamonds. All of our tiaras that have simulated diamonds, they're prong set. Let's see if you can see that in focus. They're set just like fine jewelry is. And the plating is rhodium plating. This one also has crystals in it as well. What I love about this one in particular is that it's a little bit avant-garde. And hold on, let me take my glasses off because tiaras and glasses, not a thing. So it's kind of like one of those fashion forward pieces that are really fun and also still leaning towards the classic as well. And this one is also one of the pieces that we introduced first at Kleinfeld. And again, this one is the Henrietta tiara. Hey Kate and Calista. Hello Jenny. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Yes, you have your own tiara, Henrietta. Right? Do you love it? What do you think of it? Let me know. I think it's just so much fun. It's one of my new favorites. It's the Henrietta. Yes, absolutely. So anyway, this is, oh, my lipstick. Well, that is Naked, and of course I have it. Naked, they don't even make this anymore. I actually bought this lipstick like a long time ago. Anyway, back to tiaras. So I'm going to talk about some classic royal tiaras. We have the coronation coming up. Hey Mary T, how are you? Thanks for stopping in. The coronation, for those of you royal lovers who, like myself, just completely follow everything about the royal family and are very excited for the coronation, which is May 6th. Of course, it is marked on my calendar. Never mind the fact that I'm American and whatever. I love it. And Kate, yes, you should wear a tiara for Zoom calls. Oh, okay. My mother just called me. I am sorry, and I told her not to call me. So if the show freezes again, Mom, don't call me until after 8 o'clock Eastern, okay? Thank you. Anyway, we're going to talk about classic tiaras that you will probably recognize from the royal family. And this one I know you all have seen before on Kate Middleton in her iconic look when she married William, and she is now Princess of Wales. And this is actually one of my favorite tiaras because it goes with both leafy pattern gowns as well as super clean cut, and it has that classic royal bride look without being too over the top. And it is completely, here, let me take this off, and I'm going to put my glasses back on so I can actually read the comments. Yeah, my mom, I knew this was going to happen. It's like that commercial. I don't know if anybody saw it a while ago. This guy was like fighting bad guys on the roof. It was like a la Jason Bourne. And of course, my hair's stuck in my lip gloss. And then his mom is like, so hi, guess what? I saw the squirrel. And he's like, Mom, I'm a little busy. Welcome to my world. This is the Kate. And this is all pave set. And what I mean by simulated diamonds. So I know that there's sometimes some confusion with clients about do not call Heather while she's live. And Mary, no, they're not made from Swarovski crystals. Crystals are, they are leaded glass, or they make them now without lead, but they have a backing, a reflective coating on the inside. And those stones are epoxy set in a cup. And they're very pretty, but they don't look like actual jewelry. So for example, and of course I forgot to put my rings back on, but anyway, these are set just like real jewelry is. I don't know if you can see that, but they're prong set. And just like an actual diamond ring or earrings, that's how these are. And the back of these type of tiaras, just like regular jewelry, has a hole so that the light can shine through and make the stones sparkle. So these are simulated diamonds. And I love them because, oh, Mary, yes, you remember that commercial? That is Welcome to My World. Yes. So back to simulated diamonds. So they're also known as cubic zirconia. And one thing that's important to note about simulated diamonds, and that I get asked a lot, is what makes a good simulated diamond. So there are many different grades, just like regular diamonds. There are different colors, there are different cuts, there are different grades of simulated diamonds, and we only use super top grade because I grew up in a fine jewelry family. My grandparents were in the jewelry business, so I grew up around diamonds. And the tiaras, this is actually my wedding tiara that I wore on my wedding day, and it took me literally forever to find a tiara that looked like real diamonds. And it was really hard, and that's kind of part of why I started this company, Calista. And that's the perfect lead-in to that. So that was part of it, is that it was nearly impossible to find actual tiaras that looked like real jewelry, that didn't look like something you would just find at, like, I don't know, just the party store, or didn't have that like actual diamond jewelry look to it. That was really important to me as a bride, with the aesthetic that I was going to. Oh my God, Pippa. We have a Pippa tiara. How are all these people logging on? We also have a Calista tiara, but it's not part of the show. So Calista, you're going to have to tune back in next time, and I'll put it as part of the show so we can talk about it. But Pippa, so I'm going to jump to this while I'm backtracking and talking about how I got into this. This is actually the Pippa tiara. And if you remember about Pippa Middleton's wedding, that's Kate Middleton's sister, she's not technically royal. She's the sister of, so royal by association, I don't know the rule. But anyway, she had her tiara, and it was kind of short, like it stopped here, and I just felt like I was getting a lot of requests for that tiara, but it was kind of too short, and I didn't like the two pointiness of it, but I loved the leaf, the fern pattern, so I kind of redesigned it and did an inspired by tiara, and this is actually the Pippa. And yes, Kate, there is a Kate tiara too, which we just talked about. This is the Kate. So the two sisters, Kate and Pippa. So I made our Pippa Middleton tiara longer along here, so that it really looks like a tiara and follows all the way around. And I don't like when they stop. Do I name the tiaras? Yes, I do. And funny, you should ask Regina. I do name them, and I wind up, after I've gone through, I've been doing this for 11 years, so I've used a lot of names already. And I've kind of run out of a lot of names, so I ask people, what's your middle name? Do you have any sisters? What's their name? Or if I come across a cool name, I'll jot it down, and then kind of like when you get a new creature, the Regina, of course, means queen. Yes, absolutely. When you get a new creature, the name just kind of comes to you. That's kind of how I name tiaras, unless, of course, they are specific iconic pieces like the Kate. We couldn't possibly name this anything else because it's associated with Kate Middleton, of course. Someone just asked actually about storing tiaras. So the best way to store them is you put them back. Well, actually, I'm going to rephrase that. You can keep them in the box that they come in so that they're protected and you don't drop them and break them or, anything like that. I personally display them because I love tiaras, clearly, and they're beautiful to look at on a shelf. And the way that we have, the way that we have plated our tiaras very thickly with rhodium keeps them from tarnishing, and that brings me back to excuse me, the differences in tiaras. The thickness of the plating and the material used helps to maintain the shininess and quality of the tiara and maintain it throughout time. So this one is actually the Princess of Wales, and it's a little bit easier to see how all of the stones are prong set, bezel set, and made just like regular jewelry. I'll put this one on. And to go back to, hey Beatrice, I will talk about cleaning tiaras in a moment. So to go back to how to store them, you really, because these are so thickly plated, you really can store them after your wedding, like on a shelf, or I framed mine and hung it up in my bedroom for a long time. Like in one of those, what are they called? The boxes that have the deep, I forget what they're called, but they're like deep so that you can stick something in them and hang it up on the wall. You can do that to store them so you don't just stick it in a closet and forget about it. To answer your question, Beatrice, and then hey Lulu, I'm going to answer your question as well. Clean tiaras. So this is really, really important. So first thing is don't let people spray hairspray near or on it. You can wipe it off, but it just makes a dulling, like a film over the stones. And when you're at your wedding day and your hairdresser is doing your hair, they will instinctively, never fails, reach for that can of hairspray to and finish your hair. And then they just completely dull the stones. You're not going to stop your wedding and wipe it off. And now, Beatrice, I'm going to answer your question. So, I take actual Windex and I spray it onto a lint-free cloth. And I like to use like the flour sack towels that you can buy like a whole pack of from Amazon or Target, because they don't leave lint and they don't catch in any settings if there are a lot of prongs on a particular piece. And you just blot gently with the Windex, and that takes the film off from hairspray touching it, anything like that, and makes it all sparkly again. So that answers Beatrice's question. And then, yes, Mary, we do have tiaras that have colored gemstones, and I will get to that one in 1 second because there's a lot to say about that. Lulu asked, are tiaras all one size? So, yes and no. Okay, by that, I mean that tiaras are, for example, adjustable to a certain extent. So this tiara, this is literally my favorite tiara of all time. This is the Petite Persephone, and this is amazing. Like, amazeballs amazing. Look at it. It's just, you put it on and it's like, ah, like you just don't want to take it off. I love tiaras like that. So anyway, so this one is the Petite Persephone, and this one has a larger arc. And this goes back to Lulu's question of, are they all one size? So if I had a really super, super, super petite client, this one would probably not work for them, just because proportions matter. And then I can adjust this in a little bit or open it up a little bit. If someone says, I have a small head, I can certainly do that. So in that case, I would suggest a tiara that's a little shorter and has a smaller arc. And Lily, may I see the headbands, please? Yes, you may. And Mary, I haven't forgotten your colored gemstone question. And I will answer it actually while looking at one of our new tiaras, which is the Grand Fabrice. And this is simulated diamonds. And it's all prong set, again, just like fine jewelry. So to answer Mary's question, I've actually done bespoke pieces, and for Americans, bespoke means custom. It's fancy. I like it. Anyway, so I have done versions, bespoke versions of these headpieces with integrating different colors of simulated sapphires, aquamarines, other things like that, or crystals. And this one is the Grand Fabrice. And to answer your question, Lulu, and then I'll get back to the color gemstone part, how you keep this on is headbands, they just kind of sit there by themselves. If you would like to further secure a headband or a tiara, they have things called arms. Arms up here. And arms. And what your hairdresser will do is, once they put the tiara on your head, they can take bobby pins, and there are pin loops, but you really don't need to use those. Bobby pins, and then pin and cross pin under your hair. Thank you, Henrietta. This is also one of my favorites. This is the Princess of Wales, and it goes with every dress. Like, it's so beautiful and it's iconic. It's a copy of the one that Diana wore on her wedding day. So this is one of my absolute favorites as well. And thank you, Mary. I will go back to the Grand Fabrice, which is this one that you said you love. This is beautiful. So that's how you secure a tiara. A headband can be cross-pinned the same kind of way in your hair. And this just goes like, I mean, you don't really even need to pin it, honestly. You're not going to be headbanging at your wedding. I mean, I'm sure some people might, but most people would not. So most of the time, these don't really even need to be further secured, but of course they always can be. Or you can always put a ribbon on with it through the holes, the bobby pin holes, and then tie it underneath your hair. That's easy as well. So this is the Grand Fabrice, this one. And then there is another one that is super popular called the Fabrice. And yes, the arms for the bobby pins, it's a thing. And you're welcome, Lulu. This one is the Fabrice. This one is a bit more petite, super popular. And this is a new drop, the Grand Fabrice. It gives a little bit more heft and a little bit more of a statement. And this is what the Fabrice looks like on. And it's just a little bit thinner and a little bit less dense, but it's created the same way, prong set. And yes, you can, Mary, wear the headbands daily. Honestly, there's no reason why not. And I mean, I've gone out to dinner wearing these kind of headbands. I've gone out to dinner wearing these in my hair. You could put it on like, you know, like a traditional headband, which makes it more casual. Like if you sweep your hair back, that kind of gives it a more casual look. Or if you want something a little dressier, you just kind of like tuck it. Oops, messed up my hair, stuck on my extensions. There we go. You just kind of tuck it in, and then you can wear it every day. I mean, that's the thing with adorning. Yes, Kate, a headband for your morning Zoom calls and a tiara for your afternoon ones. And then you can wear a crown for your nighttime calls. Like the Petite Persephone, like this one. This would be a great nighttime Zoom call crown, honestly. This tiara is truly, truly one of our most, yep, there you go, Henrietta. It's one of our most popular. And this, it's iconic as far as the Luxembourg tiara was the inspiration for this. And this is a much smaller version. That is like a huge diamond tiara. And nobody's going to wear that to their wedding. But this is a smaller version, and it's just absolutely regal and royal. And I mean, nobody would really know that it's not real diamonds. I mean, they would, obviously, because most people could not spend $300,000 or $400,000 or $1 million on a crown, you know, just saying, which is why royalty wear them and regular people typically do not. But this is as close as you're going to get if you're not spending $1 million on a real diamond tiara. And Lily had asked, and mentioned, these can be passed down to future generations. That is absolutely correct. You're creating an heirloom. And especially what's important about bridal accessories, so that they maintain their beauty and integrity throughout the years. I'm sure you've all seen wedding gowns and veils that have yellowed with age. It's unavoidable, and certain metals, if they're not plated properly, these will not tarnish because they're thickly plated with rhodium, just like diamond jewelry is. That is what keeps it fresh, so to speak, throughout the years, and maintains the integrity and the beauty of the piece. So that's something really important to consider. And tiaras are an investment, and you are wearing the most expensive, most beautiful, most kick-ass dress that you've ever owned on that one day for your wedding that likely, at least for me, I dreamed about my entire life. And a tiara that matches that level of fabulousness and fabulosity is just really something important. And it pulls the magic and the statement about the majesty of the moment into your whole aesthetic, so to speak. And speaking of aesthetic, there are tons and tons and tons of other brides that are going to be wearing the same dress style that you've chosen. And Kate, thank you. Kick-ass tiaras. Hashtag kick-ass tiaras. I love it. So there's going to be many, many brides wearing the same gown that you're wearing, and how you make it yours. Ugh, lip gloss and hair, not a thing. How you make it yours is through your accessories. And that is really how you express the mood. Like when I style a client, I always ask them, what do you want to feel like on your wedding day? Do you want to feel romantic and soft? Do you want to feel regal and fierce? How do I get past the feeling of being pretentious to wear a tiara? Is it really a thing to wear one every day? Noella. Okay, so, I mean, I've a literal house full of tiaras. Would I wear one to Target? No, not really. Unless it was Halloween or I was in a wedding dress or going somewhere. I mean, who would wear a tiara to, I mean, unless you're like 5. But your wedding day is the one day that you, yes, I could wear one to every brunch, but that's me. Your wedding is the one day that you literally are like royalty. You have an entire court of ladies in waiting. That's where the tradition of bridesmaids came from. You have a court of ladies in waiting upon you as the bride. And the tiara, it just kind of like symbolizes like the royalness of that moment. It's the one day where you get to be royal. And if you're American and obsessed with the royal family and follow it like I do, there you go, Henrietta. Exactly. Right? Completely. It's a vibe. I mean, there are no rules as far as weddings. Like, Noelle, I get what you're saying about feeling pretentious, but again, you're in this wedding dress. Like, it's a wedding dress. You have to like kick up the accessories and really step it up. Seriously though, the headbands, I could see those for accessorizing for nights out. Absolutely. And I'm going to talk about headbands for a second because I want to show you some, oops, hold on. They're kind of a cross between a halo and a tiara, as well as attending other people's weddings. So I personally would not wear this to someone else's wedding just because it's a little too statementy and bridal. And then also I would never want to upstage the bride. However, I have worn, royally obsessed, me too. I have worn like, it's our henna tiara. It's not part of the show, but it's on our website. And it's just a super thin, like single line of crystals. And it was beautiful. And I just tucked it in my hair and wore it with the dress. And it was gorgeous. And it wasn't like I was competing with the bride, but I was definitely adorned. And you should adorn yourself and take an opportunity. I mean, self-care is like a thing, right? I view adorning yourself, I mean, we put makeup on, we put jewelry on, we buy, certain clothes. I mean, why not bring it up to your hair? That's just my personal feeling, and why headbands and hair accessories are a thing, because it's fun. It's one more thing that we get to have fun with. So this is kind of a combination of a halo and a tiara. Like this one, if I was getting dressed up and going out someplace, not to someone else's wedding, but like someplace dressy like the opera or the ballet or a formal black tie event, you can honestly wear this. I mean, it's kind of like tiara-esque, but still a headband. This is the Anne, and you can hit the buy button if you love this one. And I just totally messed up my hair. It's all prong set. Look at it. I mean, amazing. The sparkle. Absolutely beautiful. This is simulated diamonds. And then a new one that we are introducing that actually I introduced first at Kleinfeld is the Grand Anne. I mean, look at that. It's like, hold on. It is so beautiful. I just had a bride who had a headpiece emergency and she needed a quick headpiece, and I happened to have one of these like on hand in the studio that I could send her, and she rocked this on her wedding day and it just looked amazing. And she just texted me a picture the other day of her in this, and it was just absolutely beautiful. And these kind of tiaras, they're halo tiaras and a headband-esque piece, are great for a bride who's not going for like that traditional. Yes, headbands in general are majorly back. They're a huge thing. So brides that are not wanting like a traditional tiara like these, this is the Letizia, and this one I designed from a Victorian tiara. I used inspiration for that. But if you're not wanting like a royal, like a classic royal moment where you're wearing a traditional tiara shape piece, throwing on one of these gives you still that elevated tiara moment, but yet it's more fashion forward and doesn't have that same exact like royal regal vibe in the traditional way, so to speak. So this one is the Grand Anne. And I'm going to move to headpieces for a second. Yes, Henrietta, tiaras go with everything, frankly. I think so. But I'm going to move on for a second to a couple of my favorite pieces that I've recently... Thank you, Mary. I love the Grand Anne. It's so beautiful. And I guess I should have my husband take me somewhere so I could wear it. So I have someplace to wear it. But also, one thing you can do with your wedding tiara after your wedding, it does, if you wear it during chores, it does make vacuuming, dishes, like, way less miserable wearing a tiara. Definitely. I would even... Yes, absolutely, Kate. It would go with a really bohemian look because it doesn't have that traditional, like, structured tiara look to it. It's more linear and doesn't have that classic look like something that you would see the royal family wear. So this is one that I recently redesigned, and this is our Genevieve tiara. This is unbelievably popular, and earlier I was asked about gemstones and gem colors. So this tiara in particular, I have made the Genevieve with actual rubies in it, emeralds, blue topaz, aquamarine. I did one for a client with a combination of citrine and blue topaz and also like a really pale amethyst. I made one with morganite, and I integrate briolets and stones into the tiara branches, and it's absolutely stunning. And it really, you want to talk about an elevated tiara, I mean, who wouldn't want to walk down the aisle with like actual rubies, real genuine rubies or real genuine sapphires in your hair? I mean, I would. Just saying, that's me. And but back to this tiara. So this is the Genevieve, and what I've done with it is added more crystals and more pearls. It's all freshwater pearls and crystals. It's more filled in now, and it's absolutely beautiful. And Henrietta, this one would be good for prom, if someone wanted to wear a tiara for prom. And I love the shape of this. It's really classic and goes with pretty much everything. One thing that can be done, I think someone had asked me about like headbands. Well, you all have asked about headbands, but one thing that I've done to wear a tiara out is, like, normally you wear it this way, but you flip it this way. And if you put it on like this, which can also be done for a second look, if you want like more of a headpiece look for your reception, you just kind of like, boop, flip it around and then put it on this way, and now you have a headpiece, right? I love the mix of pearls in the tiara too. I love, love, love freshwater pearls. And I just think that from a bridal perspective, it's so classic. And it goes with everything, and it's just beautiful. And these come in gold, rose gold, and silver. And this is the Genevieve. And yes, I love the mix of pearls too. Thank you, Mary. Another one that you're going to like, Mary, if you love pearls, is the Raniere, which I have also recently redesigned, and it's all now made with freshwater pearls. And this one's also available in gold, rose gold, and silver. So this is a crystal tiara, and this is set, I'm going to show you the back. See how the backs of the stones, I don't know if you can see it, like in the setting, it's like got metal on the back versus clear like a simulated diamond or a diamond is. That's the difference between crystals and simulated diamonds, which we kind of talked about before. So this is the Raniere tiara, and what I have done with this one in particular is I've added, hold on, is it? Yep. Blue topaz. This is genuine blue topaz. I don't know if you can see it, if I'm getting a good focus on it, but genuine blue topaz in it, because the bridal blue, obviously that's classic. That could be your something blue. It really elevates it, and it's almost like a hidden thing, but I called this one the Moi et Toi Ranier Tiara, because the two blue topaz that are in here really represent the bride and her beloved in the tiara. I'm huge into symbolism, and I really love, thanks Mary, I knew you'd like this one. This is beautiful. This is so popular that these fly out the door. Like, we have, like, they go in, they go out, they go in, they go out. Because they're just classic, and they go with everything, and they're just beautiful and really delicate and regal and lightweight and flexible, and it's just one of those classic tiaras. This one, most people cross pin in because it's more flexible, so it doesn't have the same level of structure as like a harder, more classic tiara per se. Would I do tiara repairs in case? Yes, I would. And also with the crystal tiaras, just because you can drop a tiara and knock a stone out. It happens, just like shirts come with extra buttons and your bridal gown comes with extra beads. Because sometimes if, it drops or you hit it on, you hit it on something, they're all still in there. I'm klutzy. I can't help it. Sorry. Sometimes they pop out, and you just take a tiny a little drop of super glue and pick it up with tweezers and put the stone back from whence it came, and it's back to new. So I can do that for clients. I always send little packages of stones with tiaras for crystals, just in case. And I've FaceTimed people through it. It's really easy, like super easy. If a tiara, like someone breaks it, like steps on it or, cracks it, that I really can't fix per se, because it's like this is made as a metal mold, when it's like a one piece, and then the jewelry and the simulated diamonds are hand set in it, just like they are with a ring. So it's made the same way, and then it is soldered onto this bar before they set the stones, but it's soldered onto this bar and then plated. So because it is a solid piece, it's not able to be like fixed once if somebody breaks it, but these are really difficult to break. So, and this one again is the Princess of Wales. So one other piece that I am super excited, I'm going to move on to headpieces, that I'm really excited to introduce is the Melody. And this is actually part of our Kleinfeld collection. They carry a ton of our pieces. And this is all, look at that, the sparkle. Oh my God, I love it. It is all Austrian crystal, and both rhinestones and crystals. And it's like a really lightweight moldable piece, and you can wear it on the side of your head like that, or you could wear it on the back, because the pieces are moldable. So now I got all my hair stuck in it. You can wear this more like on the back of your head, and then have this part kind of swoop around if you wanted to do a back accent. And because it's very moldable, like it's a hand wired piece, there are a lot of brides who have like that bump and they want a piece to kind of like accent the bump. This is a great piece for that, because the arms or branches, so to speak, they are flexible, so they can be gently moved and then it can be set in the hair, or if you're wearing a big bun, it can kind of go around it. Noella, it's such an elegant headpiece. I'm obsessed with this one. Like this is brand new this year to our collection, and I love it. Like, love it. And this is also super popular. And so that is the Melody. And another one that I am also very excited to introduce is the Page. And this is a headpiece that is freshwater pearls and crystals. And it is also super moldable, so you can move it around in your hair however you'd like it. And it has an alligator clip on the back. So it just clips in the hair, and then there are loops inside so that your hairdresser can further pin it down. They can put it here. It can be worn in the back of the hair, and of course not stuck in mine. I don't know if any of you have seen my TikTok. Yes, Aileen, I design these pieces. Obviously, I did not design Princess Diana's tiara, but it is a copy of the diamond tiara. And what I recently did for a client is who I met at Kleinfeld, and she wanted a bespoke headpiece with sapphire blue in it, and I made her a headpiece where we took two of these, and there's one here and then one on the other side, which I connected, which symbolized the joining of both her and her beloved. And then I integrated the number 30 is very significant to this particular couple. So I integrated 30 Preciosa blue, sapphire blue briolets throughout the piece on each side. And then in the center, had them come to the center, so it was joined together forever. And wrote her like a little story card in the box, and it was really special to make that because when I create, and these pieces are being worn for celebrations about love, and that really makes my heart happy. Someone earlier asked me, how did I get into this? And part of it had to do with my wedding. The other part is that I'm also an ER nurse, and I'm not working in the hospital right now, but just like many people who had student loans, they are a bitch when you first get out of school. And when you're not making a lot of money as a nurse in the beginning, I was like, oh crap, now I need a side gig. So it started as a hobby and it grew into my main thing. And I love it. And it gives me another way to help people. Like as an ER nurse, I would see people at the worst moment of their life and help them there, which was for me a wonderful thing. It made me feel good to be there to help them. And working in bridal, I also get to be there for someone in the best and most beautiful moments of their life. And for me, that gives what I do meaning. It's not just a headpiece or just a tiara. To me, I mean, that's what makes Eden Luxe Bridal different from other companies. I don't just make tiaras. Jenny, your mom's a retired RN. Yay! Yay to the nurses. I mean, it's meaningful. It's not just a thing that I'm selling. It's like these things bring joy. They symbolize unions, and they symbolize magical moments. And yes, it was a side hustle and now it's a thing, but I mean, it means a lot to me. Like when I work with a client and style them, and I just feel honored to be adorning them in such an important moment in their life, truly. So back to this. I kind of got off on a tangent, sorry. This is the Page. If you love this one, don't forget to hit the buy button so you can make her yours. That's Page. And then another one that I am excited to introduce. I've gotten a ton of requests. This is the Mev, and it's more of a simple headband. How gorgeous is that? This is a crystal piece. So it is moldable, like super easy. It could be wrapped around a bun. But I'm introducing this now in gold. And I'm actually currently, you guys are going to meet Snuffleupagus, I think. My cat. Come on. Up, up, up. Come on. She's going to come up. I can't do anything about it. Anyway, I am currently making one of these for a client with genuine emeralds in it and weaving emeralds throughout the gold Mev headband. And it's just a super beautiful, okay, come up. She's not gonna leave me alone unless I pick her up. So this is the Mev, and this is a new drop in different color other than silver. And this is a hugely, hugely popular piece. This is great to wear for, you can wear it for your rehearsal dinner, you can wear it for your wedding, for the ceremony or the reception. It's great for a second look, and you can wear it out after and just tuck it in. I would, however, the reason I keep taking my glasses off is because glasses and tiaras and even some headbands and headpieces, they just don't look right together. Like nobody can really pull that off. It just doesn't work. So if you're wearing glasses and you're walking down the aisle, don't wear your glasses. You have somebody walking you. It doesn't matter if you can't see. It really doesn't. Just head to the end and let the person walking with you guide you. You'll get there. It doesn't matter. She needs a mini tiara. Yeah, so Snuffleupagus, this is Snuffy. She's my child. Say hello, Snuffy. Say hello. So she will not wear a tiara. Cats don't like clothes. They don't like tiaras. I have actually made a tiara. There's a squirrel that I follow. I love animals. And there is a squirrel. Her name is on Instagram, This Girl is a Squirrel. And I was like obsessed with her when I first found the account. And her mom would dress her up in little hats and things. And she was having a birthday. Wear contacts. Exactly. Wear contacts, or it doesn't really matter because, you know, you'll get there. You don't need to see. I made her a crown, like a 4-inch little squirrel-sized crown. My social media team was like, you're not putting that on the feed. It's not luxury. I'm like, but it's cute. It's for a squirrel. They're like, no. Okay. Anyway, but yes, Snuffleupagus, she will not wear a crown or a tiara. I can't even get her to wear a collar. I put a collar on her and she goes like this and like lays down and is like, what is this? I don't want it on me. Get it off. So there's no jewelry on creatures at my house. So back to the sparkles. This is the Mev. And this one is part of the show. So you can buy this one by hitting the buy button as well. And also, one other thing that I wanted to mention is that orders, and I should have probably mentioned this earlier, but I forgot. This is my first show, so getting the hang of it. I decided to do a cute gift with orders over $3.75, and this is, it's like the Pinch Mini Emergency Kit. And I love it because, you know, ER nurse, I'm always prepared for everything. It literally has like breath drops and Band-Aids and buttons and nail polish and just every little thing that you could possibly need. Clear elastics, like nail file, like everything in this adorable like velvet pouch. And I loved it. So anybody who orders something over $3.75 during the show, you get one of these for free. So that's that. One other piece that I wanted to talk about because it is iconic and I'm kind of going back to the upcoming coronation, and I have a feeling that the new Princess of Wales will be wearing this tiara because she always wears it, and this was actually one of Diana's favorites as well. Aww. Henrietta, that's cute. It looks like Snuffy with a crown. That's so cute. She sits like that on a pillow, but I could never get her to actually wear a crown. But this, I know you've all seen this. This is the Lover's Knot tiara, and this was a favorite of Diana's. And now Kate has it. Yes? Okay. It's her world. I just live in it. So, ooh, careful. This is absolutely iconic, and I have a feeling, well, I kind of hope Kate doesn't wear it and she chooses something else, because now she is going to be queen, not this time, but the next time. She has access to more tiaras, and I would love to see her wear something else. But this one, this is the Lover's Knot, and this one is hugely popular. It's beautiful, and it's a copy of the Lover's Knot. And I also did one with, oh, I love the squirrel, Henrietta. That's so cool. I also did a Lover's Knot without pearls. And this one, look at that. I mean, it's got diamond drops, simulated diamond drops instead of the pearls. And this one is absolutely gorgeous as well. I mean, if I was getting married now that I own a tiara company, it would literally be a never-ending parade of tiaras and like outfit changes. And oh my God, I had a bride recently. She's like, her name's Cleo. And I don't know if any of you have seen her posts that I've done, like feature, Real Bride feature on her Instagram. But she wore 6 different looks. Like, different looks, different tiaras, different dresses. She did a Cinderella look. Oh my God. Like, in a blue dress, nailed it. She did Bridgerton, nailed it. I mean, it, like, absolutely amazing. And she's Asian, and she did a tea ceremony look, nailed it, beautiful. I mean, just a tiara for every look. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. And she's kind of my wedding hero of the moment. I mean, it was like over the top. It looked like the decor was almost like Marie Antoinette-esque, and it was in France at one of those fabulous chateaus or palaces or whatever. It was just amazing. Absolutely amazing. And the tiaras, right, Mary? Completely. It was just, I look at clients' galleries, like people send me their wedding gallery all the time, and I look, thank you, Mary, I appreciate that. I look through galleries all the time, and you know, people send me pictures of them like this with their tiara, like, and that doesn't tell the story of their wedding. And this particular client, I was looking through the gallery and going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like each look, it was literally like a theatrical production. And also, speaking of theatrical productions, because our tiaras are so real looking, like they look like real jewelry, like they just fell out of a royal vault, a lot of theater companies and film and television companies have actually used our tiaras in productions. They've been in operas, they've been on the Royals, in Victoria. I mean, just like, it works. They're just beautiful. I love tiaras, and it's an obsession. And headpieces, they are all, let me see what else. Oh, there's another one that I want to show you. That is a new drop that is part of the show. This is very different than most of the other style of tiaras, and was like a creative experiment. And this is called the Stacia tiara. And it's all clear crystals and some rhinestone marquise stones. And it is absolutely freaking fabulous. This is part of our Kleinfeld collection as well, and super popular. It goes literally with everything. And we have another tiara in our collection that's on our website called the Charmaine, which is all like rhinestones, kind of like this. It's like a spray. These kind of tiaras go with everything because they are just like the perfect tiara shape. They are just a spray of sparkle, and it's absolutely beautiful. Did I make that? Yes, Jenny, I did. With my little hands, I made this. And I love this one. This is beautiful. So this is the Stacia, and if you love it too, you can buy it from the show. You hit the buy button, and that's how you get it home. I have this one, and then I have another one made up currently in the studio. And then it's going to be a while until they are available again, because I have to order more of the stones, and they take a long time to make. So, and it's high wedding season. So thank you, Mary. I love this one too. Like this is just, it's not my traditional, hold on, my hair's all stuck in it. It's not my traditional style, but it's a vibe. Like, it's a great after party tiara, or even something to wear. You can also turn it around and wear it like this. If you wanted to wear it like that, it could be accenting a bump or around, like some brides wear like a really tall full bun, and it can be wrapped around the bun to accent that because it's completely flexible. The hand-wired ones are really nice for that. So again, this is the Stacia tiara. So I am going to wrap things up because we've been here almost an hour, and I would love to know if anybody has any questions or other comments, anything. And I have 3 minutes left to go. So we're wrapping up. Anyone? Bueller? Okay. No more questions. So I am going to wrap things up, and I appreciate everyone who tuned in and spent some time with me talking about tiaras and sparkles, which is one of my favorite subjects. And, excuse me, and spent some time with me during the show. And for those of you who are watching after the fact, we're going to be doing this every Thursday. Thank you, Henrietta. We're going to be doing this every Thursday and introducing new drops. And the next show, I'm going to talk about jewelry because we have so many new jewelry pieces to go through, but I figured we'll just keep it like to topic one at a time. So I am going to say goodnight, and so is Snuffleupagus. Say good night. Bye. Have a good night, everybody. Bueller. That's right, Jenny. Bueller. Okay. Mwah. Have a good night.